Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a long time. I apologise for that. There's been a couple of reasons. The first being that life has, as always, just gotten in the way a bit, and it's been pretty hectic for a few reasons. Secondly, as I predominantly collect Masterpiece Transformers, it's been a bit quiet on the Masterpiece scene recently. I don't collect Beast Wars, so I haven't had a whole lot to write home about. So if you can see here, I have had one addition to my Masterpiece collection, which arrived the other day, which is the Plus version of Wheeljack. The only other real addition to my collection is down on my Optimus Prime shelf, which is the found the little Mighty Mugs, the new Mighty Mugs, so he's gone in front of the old one. I have just picked up the Optimus Prime for this shelf. I think he's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, I did have some questions on my last videos as to whether I was going to invest in the Plus series. And I think this has made up my mind. I purchased the Wheeljack because the differences between the normal one and the Plus one was so stark that I could justify spending the money. I think he looks fantastic, especially when you put him alongside the likes of Sunstreaker and Ratchet there. I think he really does look good. I'm very impressed, and the blue windows make a big difference. The fact that he's completely painted as well makes a very big difference. And I am about to pre-order the Plus version of Blue Streak, I think, and then I'll have to hunt down Sideswipe and Prowl as well, I think, to keep it going. So yeah, I think he has made me really appreciate the Plus versions. What have I done with my normal version of Wheeljack? Well, don't tell my wife, but he's up here. And what I'm going to do is I think I might clear out a little bit of what's up here. So I don't know, I might get rid of that, the big Optimus Prime and the little Hot Rod. He was just a spur of the moment purchase. So find another home for them and have the sort of vehicle modes up here. And if I do that, if I get Blue Streak, Prowl, Sideswipe, I can have those four, and probably MP10 up there. We'll talk about that a bit later. But I mean, one of the things that really drew me into Masterpiece to begin with was the licensed real-world accurate vehicle modes. So I really like that. So I don't want to get rid of him, because I think this vehicle mode is far superior. I think the Plus version looks very bland in vehicle mode, but obviously looks a lot more cartoon accurate. So I do like him on the shelf. I think he looks good on the shelf. I think he'll look better with the other Plus versions around him. So yeah, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on getting Blue Streak. I love this Blue Streak. I love the paintwork and the finish on him. But I think the Plus version will just look a lot better in robot mode. I'll stick this guy back into the car mode and can go on top with Wheeljack. I do also like how with Blue Streak they've actually made some modifications to it. You get extra face plates, you get the blast effects and things like that. So you're getting a little bit more for your money, and it's a bit easier to justify spending the money on him as well. So it would have been nice if they'd done that with the others that they've done so far, but hopefully they continue to do it in the future. With regards to future releases, the MP44, judging by the pictures, obviously we haven't seen anything more than the pictures. It just looks amazing. What can you say? I think it is by far and away. You look at all the third-party representations of Prime, and I think by far and away MP44 is the best. And I've managed to get myself pre-order one, so I'll be getting him to add to my collection. He will be going on this shelf, and my MP10 mold will probably be replacing this movie Optimus Prime. Goodness knows what I'm going to do with that, because it's huge in bot mode, which is why he's in robot mode on top of my shelf. Maybe I can squeeze them all in there, I don't know. But I imagine MP10 will be going up there, and MP44 will be taking his place on this shelf. And that kind of leaves me, I think my Masterpiece collection is definitely heading the way of the tune accuracy, especially for the robot mode. So I have the MP44 there. I've got the plus version of Wheeljack. I will be getting the plus version of Blue Streak. And then we'll just have to see when I get the money, I can track down Sideswipe and Prowl, and then they'll pretty much all be plus versions in there. Well, cartoon accurate versions anyway, because Ratchet and Ironhide are fairly cartoon accurate. Sunstreak is obviously cartoon accurate. The other talking point is this fella, Bumblebee, and I debated long and hard about whether to pre-order the new Bumblebee that's coming out, and there was a few things that swung me. So I did end up pre-ordering. I have actually pre-ordered it. I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks better than, is it the MP21? This one here? It does look better than this one. However, I still don't think I really need another one. If they hadn't announced the MP45, I wouldn't have felt like this needed replacing. However, there are a few things, even before MP45 was announced. When I first got this one, there's a few things that I wasn't too crazy about. So one was the hands. There's no finger articulation on the hands, which I think is a bit poor. And also you got the gap there, nice giant gap, which I think obviously they've cleaned up now. He's always looked a bit on the tubby side as well. He's always got that big beer belly there, which makes him look a little bit top heavy. And the feet were huge. Now, obviously the feet are the main talking point on this new one. So with the new one, you've got articulated fingers, so it solves that problem. The body fits better. Obviously it's like a fake chest. It's not the car chest, but it works. It fits better. There's no unsightly gaps in the arms. So they're all ticks for the new one. The feet from the front look better. They're smaller and more cartoon accurate. From the sides and the back, they look pretty bad, I think, from the pictures that we've seen. We'll wait until we actually get him in hand to make our final decision. But the feet are probably the only main questioning point. So the only thing that will stop me getting him. But then I think, well, he's got a better torso, he's got better hands, better arms, and MP21's feet aren't great anyway. So I went, you know what, that's enough. I'll get him. And then he's got the sort of penny racer car mode, whereas this MP21 has the accurate real world Volkswagen Beetle mode. So guess where he's going? He's going to come up here with Wheeljack, with Blue Streak, with MP10, and they'll form that sort of display up here. So that's my plan. That's my plan for my Masterpiece collection. I'm desperately waiting for Hound to come out. Ever since seeing the pictures of him, I can't wait. The Hound looks superb. So can't wait to get my hands on that. Hopefully he comes out as at least a pre-order before the end of the year. That would be amazing, and add him to this group. So MP44, like I said, I've pre-ordered him. It's very expensive, but it's something I think he just looks fantastic, and I'm happy to spend the money. I was tempted to get one of the third party, almost to break my rule twice. My one rule of no third party models, and the other rule of only season 1 cast, and that is to get the Zeta Toys Superion. I do have a bit of a personal attachment to Superion, because the one down here is the one I got when I was 6, and I have very vivid memories of getting that Superion. He's very special. And then I got the Combiner Wars one, and that really I saw him, and that kicked me off getting back into the collecting bug and into Masterpieces. So I thought about that. Very close to pulling the trigger on the Zeta Toys one to break both my rules. And then the MP44 pre-orders came out, and I spent all my money on that instead. So I won't be getting any third-party company bots, and I'm not breaking my rule of only season one. However, and I'm sure at some point Takara will do a combiner just with the success of Zeta Toys and now Fans Toys coming out. I'm sure the Devastator can't be too far away, and then I think Superion's one of the more popular Autobot combiners, so if they do one, I'll definitely be on board. I'll definitely be on board a Devastator as well, as he came about at the end of season one. So, yeah, that would be exciting. Goodness knows if and when they'll do it, but I think there's a strong possibility they might do it at some point. Who knows? So, yeah, unfortunately, there's not too much to talk about, not too many additions, just the one masterpiece that I've received recently. However, come a few months, come the end of the year, sort of September, October, I'll be getting all of my, I've saved on postage and got all of my masterpieces sent together. So I will be getting MP44, MP45, the plus version of Blue Streak, all in the same box. So that'll be a pretty exciting time. Can't wait for that. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure I can... I might have to get rid of that movie Optimus Prime. Get MP10 in there and get all the other cars in front. I think that'll be a very good looking little display there. Find a home for this movie toy. It's just massive. It doesn't really fit on my shelves. I'll just have to figure out where that's going. And then again, now the Decepticons, well, that's not changing anytime soon. I've decided not to get the plus version of Shockwave, just because I'm happy with this one, and he's probably one of my least favourite characters overall. So he sits at the back. He's a good representation, so I'll just stick with him. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and if you have any advice and what you think of the Plus series, if you're getting them, if you're getting MP44 and 45, let me know. And if you have any great ideas for how I could mix up my display, let me know. And I will see you probably in a few months' time with some new masterpieces. All right, see ya.